Patrick Swayze, 1952 to 2009. Before chemo, after chemo. To be fair, you'd be better off just dying than having any chemo at all, or go for the natural remedies that are out there, including cannabis oil, bicarb soda, the Gerson therapy, Joanna Budwig therapy. There's loads out there. Now, later today or tomorrow, it's going to be a Kakamax special. It's going to be very interesting, very informative. Keep your eyes out for that one. More than 70 MPs and 140 lords have interests in private healthcare firms. Should these people be trusted with the NHS? Did you know ginger kills ovarian and prostate cancer cells? Scientists demonstrated each time ginger powder was applied to ovarian cancer cells, they self-destructed. Ginger extracts also shrunk prostate tumours by 56%. While police treating protests movements like terrorists, because anti-terrorist laws were always meant for the people, not the terrorists. Simple, really. How does fire burn stone? Same way it melts steel. Dandelion facts. Dandelions are not weeds, but are from the same family as sunflowers. A dandelion seed can travel up to 5 miles before it lands. Every part of the dandelion is edible. 1 cup of dandelion greens, 535% of your daily recommended vitamin K, and 112% of vitamin A. Up until the 1800s, dandelions were seen as extremely beneficial. People would remove grass to plant dandelions. And we've lost all these traits because these were natural remedies. Dandelions also has the ability to disrupt cancer. What you see, what you don't see. Just like in Walt Disney, there's 666 in it. The Great Mosque of Aleppo, older than Notre Dame. Its bombing silently watched by the world. The word Vatican literally means divining serpent. If you think it's childish to still believe in the Easter Bunny, remember there are adults who still believe the Daily Mail and the Sun. This is Ishtar. Ishtar eggs, aka Easter eggs, which is pronounced Easter in English. So Ishtar, Easter. That's where the real Easter eggs thing comes from. 13 days of preparation, occult significance of April 19th to May 1st. April 19th is the first day of the 13th day satanic ritual day relating to fire. The fire god, which could explain what happened at Notre Dame, Baal or Molech, Nimrod, the sun god, also known as the Roman god Satan, devil. This day is a major human sacrifice day, demanding fire sacrifice with an emphasis on children. This day is one of the most important human sacrifice days, and as such has had some very important historic events occurred on this day. Self-realisation. Summary judgment. Mortgage deed declared void in the High Court. Having spent the better part of the last 5 years fighting miscarriages of justice and over demonstrably void mortgages in the magistrates' courts, it gives me immeasurable pleasure to act as the bearer of good tidings to all those who are currently engaged in similar struggles against the mortgage bandits. Following 3 hearings before 2 rather embattled High Court judges, both of whom have been subject to recusal applications on the grounds that they demonstrated extreme prejudice towards the trustee of my family's private property trust, HHJ Burns, albeit somewhat reluctantly, handed a summary judgment to the trustee. trustees who are defending a despicable claim by the Bank of Scotland, which seeks to make my parents bankrupt over the shortfall in the alleged outstanding debt following the fire sale of 9 properties at an average of 17% of the market value by the LPA pirates. The bank's claim is entirely reliant upon a purported contract for mortgage in the future being valid. However, the document in question, which takes the form of facility offer and acceptance letter, was never signed. Links in description if you want to read the rest of the article. Now it's time for the smoke and mirrors bullshit time. Investigators think electric short circuit most likely caused Notre Dame fire, French officials. Lying bastards. Investigators believe that an electrical short circuit likely caused the fire that permanently destroyed Paris' iconic Notre Dame Cathedral, a French official has said. An earlier investigation too found no evidence of foul play. What a shock. Speaking to the Associated Press, the judicial police official said the investigators are still unable to search through rubble inside the cathedral for safety reasons. The devastating blaze ravaged the centuries-old building on Monday, gutting the cathedral's insides, completely destroying the spire and large sections of the roof. Well, there's a video now that's come to light. It's from a webcam type thing, which shows you someone on the roof where the fire started with what looks like a jerry can in his hand. So, more bullshit and lies from the corrupt, government-controlled media shit. The United Nations 2030 Agenda Decoded. It's a blueprint for the global enslavement of humanity under the boot of corporate masters. Natural news. This week, Michael Snyder published an important article entitled The 2030 Agenda. This month, the UN launches a blueprint for a new world order with the help of the Pope. The article references this UN 2030 Agenda document that pushes a blueprint for so-called sustainable development around the world. Basically, dictatorship. But of course, we know what's going on now, so we can stop it. So we must stop it. Army of police storm Parliament Square to arrest the corrupt politicians, is what the headline should say. But what it actually says, to arrest climate change protesters. Again, there's a video of this. Loads and loads of pigs there. Dozens of Extinction Rebellion protesters were removed from Parliament Square this evening after a battalion of police turned up. Hundreds of officers marched into the area in formation after the climate change activists set up camp. It was the most dramatic police action since the protest began on Monday, causing disruption across London's transport networks. And there you can see, and that road goes round the corner and goes down for quite a distance. The video went on for quite a while. Why aren't they dragging the corrupt bastards out of Parliament? That's what really needs to happen here. Not climate change protesters who are just misled and think that there is climate change. Yeah, there's always been climate change. It's natural occurrence. We're not to blame for it, but according to them, we are, because they'll blame us for anything they think they can get away with. And that's why they changed it to climate change rather than global warming, because it's actually got 0.2 degrees cooler over the last 20 years as opposed to warmer. So climate change, utter lies and deception. Aye. Keith Sutherland, Drink Anger and Me. Judi Dench, the spy who came in from the co-op. Staycation Easter. Record 7.4 million holidays in the UK. The road to Wigan, the town changing Britain's politics. Climate protests target Heathrow. Police will make mass arrests after Home Secretary demands end to disruption. Senior officer tells I after political pressure we can no longer turn a blind eye. More than 500 activists are arrested so far as police leave Easter is cancelled. Britain's worst cabinet minister. All of them. Man versus toddler, bringing a smile to stressed out parents. Trump feared Mueller was end of my presidency. Daily fail. Echo plot to ruin Easter. Protesters vowed to shut Heathrow as hundreds more marched on Capitol while police joined dancing in streets, except now they're no longer dancing, they're dragging you off and arresting you. As Dame Emma jets a gas-guzzling 5,400 miles to join demo. Yeah, I'm over there protesting against climate change, and I've just caused a lot of climate change apparently, but it's all bullshit, as we know, all now. Mirror. Stacey first pick since Love Bust Up. Don't even know who she is. 4-page Easter special, feast special. 25 degrees centigrade Sunday roast. Britain set for hottest ever Easter day as 7.4 million plan holiday getaways. The Guardian. Trump may be liable for prosecution, says Mueller. If we had confidence that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. Climate protesters to target Heathrow next. Social media protests over football racism. Telegraph. Charles, end pervasive horror of knife crime. Prince uses Easter message to call for those who commit terrible deeds to face justice. You mean like drinking and eating kids' brains and adrenochrome like you do, you filthy, dirty pedo? From above, a guiding light, apparently. Use full force of law against protesters, Javid tells Met. There is no law, you stupid prick. Trump feared inquiry would end presidency. Found the genes that stop us from getting fat. Well, it's nothing to do with genes, it's all the poisonous food that we get shoved down us. Waiting for the bus could land you a fine. The writing's too small. I'd read the article, but it's so small and you can't see it. Crossrail might not be running until 2020. Some 2020 something. I couldn't see the last digit. Express. Another mountain to climb for me. At least it's not as big as the Brexit one. The fashion nightmare every woman dreams. Yeah. NHS battle plan to save millions of lives. Lifestyle changes to solve health crisis. The parasite happy and glorious in yellow. Betraying. Treasonous bitch. The scum. Demo threat to Heathrow. UK's tiniest baby home after 12-ounce birth miracle. See more of Little Mix Lee. Little wonder. Waste of paper. Star. Furious cops party with eco crusties. Raving mad apparently. Sophie Coke and booze end. Aussie, he never snorted ants, it was a spider. Strictly Stacey's torment. Oh, that's what she's off. Strictly she. Sue are you? Sue are you? Footy club fined 3,000 for subbing 10-year-old lad. It's going to be a heat wave. Absolute waste of paper that thing is. The Times. How to recreate the exact sound of the Beatles with the original Paul McCartney or the one that's impersonating him. Trump tried to get Mueller sacked from election inquiry. Use the full force of law on protests, police told. Climate activists boast that Met is overwhelmed. Airline brought to heel over sexist dress code. And finally, as you can see here, these posts have been removed in case they cause offence. See you tomorrow. Well, actually later when with Kakamac. We're doing a special, like I said.